Hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever time of day it is in your neighborhood. I am listening to, I think his name is Bob, and he's giving out some great tips on living the van life. So I listened to him, and I have really been debating on just getting a van or just getting a uh, what is that, E250. It's another van that they call E250, and I'm not leaning on a Suburban or anything like that, but like a company van, U-Haul, they have did. He have mentioned U-Hauls, he have mentioned cargos, and I was like, cargos? So I looked it up, and it doesn't have any windows. I can always get it built, installed in the cargo. But that is something I have thought about. Let me turn him down a little bit. So, hold on. I can't see Jack. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, I'm just sitting here listening to him, writing down some thoughts in my mind, just putting some things in my mind on what to look for, what to expect. He even mentioned, just testing it out for 1 week, going somewhere that you desire to go and just stay in a van. You can rent a van out for a week and just live in there and live outside and just give it a try to see if you really want to do this. And I was like, that's a great idea, just test drive it and see if this really what I want to do. And I thought about when he was talking about fears, how he mentioned that people write to him or email him and say, well, this is what I really want to do, but I just have fear. Fear will hold you back. And he suggests that, that's common. Fear is common, but also just getting out and just, test driving a vehicle and just staying out in nature and see how you will like that. And I thought about doing that, and I think I would take him up on that. Also, fear, when it comes to fear, you know, everybody have experienced fear in their life. Fear of starting a new job, fear of losing a job, fear of not accomplishing something that you have set your mind to do. So fear comes in many, many shapes, forms, and sizes. And I thought about when he mentioned fear, how, I'm sorry I'm moving the thing around, but I'm trying to get this head rag on my thing, like my grandmother used to say, this head rag. But, I thought about fear comes up here in the mind because how we perceive things and how we receive things can bring on fear. And that's one thing I have, have taken to notice, that I don't want to set up fear in my heart, because I can remember when when I decided to leave Dallas and to come, to come and to this place where I am now, where my dear friend have invited me into her home. But I can remember when I first left, started packing up my things, and fear had set in. And I was like, what is wrong with me? This is something that I have been waiting for, and now I have the opportunity to really go and do what I want to do. And now fear is setting in. But it was like a battlefield up here in my mind. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to let fear stop me. I'm not going to let fear hold me back, because this is something I desire to do for a very long time. And now I do not have anything holding me back. So I began to pack up my things. I made the move, and I'm glad I did not listen to fear. I'm so glad that I made that move. And now I have the best job in the world. I am happy. I am pleased about the decision that I made. But if I had allowed fear to hold me back, if I had allowed fear to stop me, then I would still be stuck. And I believe that I will be unhappy. And the last thing I will be saying to myself, what if? What if I would have listened to that still small voice? What if I would have just made that move and took that chance? So that what if would have been still in the back of my mind, you know. But I'm glad I made the decision to move forward and not listen to that fear, that voice that was trying to make me stay there, that voice that was trying to talk me out of it. And for those who are listening to me and you're wondering, or you want to make a move in your life, you want to relocate, you want to do something that you have never done before, and it's always been there, it's always been in the back of your mind, don't let fear stop you. Don't let fear stop you. And another thing, when I relocated, I didn't let fear stop me. And it was a wonderful thing that the doors was already open for me. God has been blessing me tremendously on this job that he had blessed me with. Excuse me. And I'm so glad that I obeyed that. Also, since I obeyed God's spirit to move forward and relocate, doors has been opening for me left and right. Prayer changes things. I mean, I have a sense of boldness to speak what God has put on my heart to speak to people. You know, there was a time that I had shut down and the enemy have shut my mouth and I wouldn't say too much or nothing. But since I made this journey to relocate, there has been blessings. I have begun to open my mouth and speak what the Lord have given me to give to others. And I tell you, it's a blessing. I am so joyful, you know, to be obedient to the Lord when he says, open your mouth, open your mouth. Don't let the enemy defeat you. opened your mouth. I have given you the tools. I have given you the power to tread over scorpions and serpents. I have given you these things that you can be an overcomer in anything. And it's nothing too hard for God. God is saying, is it anything too hard for me? God is saying, no, it's not anything too hard for him. The problem lies within ourselves. Can we trust God? When God is telling us to do things and to go out, you know, you may not be able to relocate. And God might be telling you to do something else. But whatever God is telling you to do, then you can do it. You just have to trust yourself. Believe in God. Because if he say go, he's going to make that way for you. The way is already done. The doors are already open. Just like when I left Dallas and relocated, the job was already open. All I did is just walked in it. That's it. It was already, the way was already prepared for me. And when I walked in there, blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings. And they don't have to be big, huge blessings, you know. They're just small blessings, but I take them into consideration like they are big blessings, because I know those small blessings will turn into gigantic blessings. Okay, humongous blessings. And sometimes it's not taking a big giant step or leap. It's the small, simple steps, baby steps, that can turn into something that you would never believe, or you would never think of or thought of. You know, it don't always have to be big blessings. Blessings are blessings, especially when they come from the Lord. Especially when we don't walk into ourselves, if we don't be into ourselves, but when we let go and let God have his way in our life, glory to God. And that's what I had to learn. You know, I had been on jobs that I didn't even like. I didn't even want to be there. I had been on jobs that they say, well, we don't need you anymore, you know. And they don't have to give you a reason in Texas, because Texas is an at-will state. So they don't have to give you a reason to let you go. They can say, well, pack your things up. We don't need you. Or we decided to end your assignment. Whatever. So I went through a lot of dry spells, because one thing, fear. Another thing, disobedient. Fear kept me from obeying what the Lord had for me right now. Another thing is hating to let go of your past. Hating to let go of your past. Hating to not know anyone when you make that move or when you relocate. Sometimes God will pull you away from your kinsmen. Sometimes he will put you and sit you right down in a place that you don't recognize anything. You don't know A to Z. You know, you just walking by faith and trusting God. And that's what he did. He put me in a place where I had to completely depend on him and start over from scratch. I mean, when I say start over from scratch, all I have is my clothes, nothing else. Starting over from scratch, and I don't mind starting over from scratch because this is not my first rodeo. I have started over from scratch, but one difference about this is when I started over from scratch in the past, I had my kin people around me. I had my son, I had my mother, my father, my siblings, I had cousins, I had all of them around me. But now, it's just me, myself, and I. And just like I said, my friend let me move in with her. You know, she's a childhood friend that I have been knowing. But we are not kin, but we, um, you know, she's my friend, you know, ever since childhood. And that's it. That's all I know. But as far as blood relatives, no. I don't have any blood relatives here whatsoever. And who's to say that I might move on? Who's to say that I might not be here? You know, only God knows how long I'll be here. He might have me here for 5 years, 10 years, indefinitely. I don't know. But however long that he has me here, I am grateful. And I'm grateful for everything. I'm grateful for my friend invite me in her home and to just stay here until I, get up on my feet. And when I tell you all I have is the clothes on my back and a job, and the job is a blessing, but the pay, the pay is not good at all, but I'm trusting in God. Because one thing I could have done, I could have walked away when they told me to pay. And God said, it's not about the pay. It's about how I will elevate you if you be obedient. And I truly believe that he will elevate me in due season. But I love the students. I love my job. I love what I do each and every day. That's why I post so much about how God has blessed me with this job. And it's not the best paying job. It's not. It's not. But I'm grateful to have it. And one of the teachers that is mentoring me, which is, she's my supervisor as well. She say, Vicky, don't leave. She say, I was so afraid. She say she was sitting there when I mentioned the pay, I said if I was in Dallas, I would have made 3 times as much as in Dallas than I am now. And so when I said that, she said her heart went ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. We finna lose her. But I said, but I'm not going anywhere. I said, because I know God has planted me here for this season. And I know he will supply all of my needs. See, sometimes you have to just trust God. Well, all the time you have to trust God. Not sometimes, but all the time you have to trust God. And sometimes it's not about the money, but it's about the souls. It's about the people that you come in contact with and touch. That you making a difference in their life. And these kids, they're not kids, young people. I have touched them within a week and a half, and they love Miss Vicky. They love Miss Vicky. And I'm so elated that I have made a difference in their life, to know that I'm here for a purpose. I'm here, right here for a reason. And that makes me glad to get up each and every morning when God bless me to go on this job and perform the very best that I can, to give these young people the very best of me and everyone that I come in contact. So that's why I post little short videos about my day, what I'm doing that day, and how I'm making a difference in the people that God has connected me to this season. So anyway, I just came on to say about the van life. I believe that's the route that I will be taking. And when I do save up the money and purchase me a van, I want me a good van. I don't want something that's raggedy and gonna tear down, because I'm single and I'm gonna be traveling. So that's my heart desire, is to travel. So when I travel, I got to have something that is dependable. And when I get that van, I want to remodel it. I want to have my own little finishing touches. So it's gonna be a used van, and I want to design it the way that I want to. I want it to make me feel like I'm walking into a mansion. My home is my mansion. So I want to put my own little pretty touches in there and everything. I don't want a van that's already designed up for me. So at first I was going for the RV, that all I could do just move my clothes in there, bam, boom, bam, and I'm gone. But as far as traveling, the van life is the best life so far. And I have been looking at Bob, I think it's Bob or Bill, but he's known for the RTR. He's known to be in, I'm going to say this, I think I'm saying Quartzize, Arizona. So I've been following him and getting great tips and ideas, not only from him, but the people he interview and things like that. So I'm start preparing like my stove, my heaters, my water components, or whatever you want to call it. The little things I'm gonna start getting on Amazon and other sites, to start collecting those first and start preparing myself a little bit better to put some things away, that when I get the van, I will be fully equipped of all the things that I need, instead of want, because it's going to be based on the needs, the things that I need. And the smart thing about it, in these vans and in these RVs, you can't carry everything that you want. You just only carry the things that you need. So that is my goal, is to work and build an income, an emergency fund. So when I get out here on the road, that I will have a fund built up to where at least I can live off of, just in case the emergency, for 3 to 6 months. And then I can work, somewhere temporary, and not go into my savings. But the emergency fund is when if something happened, or I break down, or I get sick and not able to work, or something emergency like that, that I have already prepared myself. And so we'll just see what God has for me on this journey. But for right now, I am excited. I am excited. So, thank y'all for watching. Thank all my subscribers. And I forgot to introduce myself. Forgive me, y'all who don't know me. My name is Vicki Johnson. And yes, I don't have on my baby tonight, but hey, I'm still cute. Yeah. But anyway, jokey. Yeah, for those who don't know me, my name is Vicki Johnson. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get up to 10,000 at least, so I can come on here live with you guys and answer y'all questions live. And I can't wait to get to my kitchen and go to cooking. Okay, because y'all know I love to cook. And if you haven't seen any of my videos, go back and look at all of them and subscribe. All right, have a good night. Bye-bye.